Well, hi again, guys. A long time no see. It's been a couple of minutes. So what we're going to do here for a new series is we're going to mess around a little bit with NBA Hangtime. I'm going to focus first of all on the N64 version because that'll be probably the next big video game video on this channel, which will probably be next week, I think, if I remember right. Yeah, it should be next week. Anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to play NBA Jam or NBA Hangtime for the N64, but we're going to use a couple of codes. And so I'll get this set up here. Just so you know, the codes for NBA Hangtime don't exactly work on the Genesis version of the game. There was actually a post by somebody somewhere or other talking about how it doesn't work. So anyway, it's weird stuff, the programming of these games. I think that they work on the Super Nintendo version. I think I figured that out. Anyway, so we're going to see here, first of all, if I can do this right or not. I'm not going to, so we're going to do like one code per video, and I'm going to do like a couple of them. I'm not going to do every one. We're not going to have time to do every single one. But like for this one, I'm going to try to do the full speed code, I think is what we're going to try. So let's see if we can get it to work. It's kind of hard because it's backwards from how it's written because of the way that I've got the controls set up. And of course, it doesn't give me any sort of indication of whether it worked or not. So you'll have to tell me if this actually has full speed on or not. It's supposed to be 084 is the code. I'm not entirely sure that it's working, but maybe it is, and I just can't tell. Most of the codes are at least supposed to give you a some sort of like screen or something before the game. But if I remember right, so on the Genesis version of Hangtime, there are codes. I think it is the like max speed code that actually does work. I didn't realize it when I was playing though because there was no indication that it was working. So my guess is that it worked. I think that it's worked here too. I just think that it didn't tell me that it's working. Yeah, this is definitely faster than the base game. Now, the one thing I will say about the codes for this game is that they're not quite as much fun as the codes are for the acclaimed versions of like NBA Jam, Tournament Edition, and stuff like that. The problem here is that there's nothing like, you know, a dunk from anywhere code or whatever. There's no like always on fire code. There's a lot of the stuff that you'll remember from playing NBA Jam on like the Super Nintendo or on the Genesis is just simply not here. Which of course does mean that at some point in time in the future, I probably should do some videos that showcase a lot of the codes for those games, a lot of the stuff you can do. There's some other things too on the acclaimed versions that I like better. For example, the acclaimed versions of NBA Jam tend to have this mode that allows you to put like a whole bunch of power-ups and stuff on the floor, and it turns it into more of like an arcade game, or not arcade game, but like a sort of a normal arcade game feel, I guess I would say. Anyway, so now that we got that out of the way, no good. You guys have been talking in the comments a little bit about the announcer whose name I keep forgetting. But those of you who are saying that, you know, he's actually pretty good, or actually I think correct, the more that I play this game, the more that I like him. Okay, that was my fault. I should have dunked it instead of passing. Anyway. Nice job. I thought I had the ball. Boom Shakalaka. So Boom Shakalaka is in the game. I was wrong last time. After we're done with this, and after I have a video created and stuff like that, which hopefully shouldn't be too long. And I had him up in the air. I had Shrimp up in the air, and I didn't see it. Yeah, this isn't boding well. A pull-up jumper. Rejected. McQueen. He shoots.
minute to go.
I'm not sure what this ice thing is. Let me know in the comments what's going on with this ice thing that's over by their team. They've been iced for some reason. It has something to do with team fire, and I've noticed that I scored and it didn't do anything. You guys are gonna have to tell me about how the rules work, because I actually do not know. Alright, well, at least we're gonna come into halftime with a score at least, like, you know, somewhat respectable. It could be worse.
Weatherspoon. We're at halftime. The halftime leader is Weatherspoon.
Somebody was saying that it's kind of ridiculous the way that you know, really bad teams can dominate you in this game, and yeah, this game is definitely more challenging than NBA Jam, that's for sure. And the same is true of the arcade game, but I do think that the N64 version is actually a little bit harder.
He lays it up. He's lighting it up. Wheeling and dealing.
Now, if I remember right, I think this was the first basketball game on the N64. This might have even been the first sports game on the N64. Of course, as most of you guys probably know, the N64 doesn't exactly have the biggest library of games in the world. That was one of the problems that the system had. And if I remember right from what I've read, there's a lot of like weird things about programming for this system that made it not necessarily all that popular with companies. But again, you guys can talk a little bit more about that.
Off the rim. Baseline leader. Stack out. And it holds out.
There's also something weird about Detlef Schrempf's head when you look at him. If he is facing the camera, it looks almost like his head is like pasted onto some other body or something. It's a little bit odd. I mean, this isn't necessarily like a totally graphic focus game, so it doesn't matter that much, but it does look a little bit weird. Yeah, so normally in NBA Jam, like, yeah, that would happen, right? Like if I'm down by like 9 points. In this game, for whatever reason, it keeps playing me rough even when I'm way down. Yeah, man, it's just relentless. I don't know, maybe there's like a difficulty setting that's set too high or something like that, I don't know. Or maybe it's all the speed or something that's happening. So I actually did not push pass. Alright, so we're down by 9. So much for having fun and playing with like a different mode or something like that.
From long range, no good. Kemp with a hand in his face.
Now the hard thing about doing that password is that I have the controls kind of backwards from how the code shows up. So the middle number for me is the bottom, my bottom button. Of course, it's still easier for me to do using this controller than it would be with the N64 controller because they have you using the C buttons to put it in. Or by default. Alright, remember I changed the controls the first time we played this game. And then somebody was saying too, and I think this is right, that you would have to have a memory pack if you wanted to like remember the changes that you made to the controls of the game and stuff. And this is just an interesting period of time in the history of gaming. The funny thing is that, like, for me at least, I actually got out of gaming when the N64 came out. I remember this would have been like around 97 or so, and I wasn't that interested in the first generation of 3D games. It wasn't really until PlayStation 2 that I started to get interested again. But having said that, this is a really good game. That was really bad of me.
Kemp.
Oh, come on.
Ding dong. Hammered him. To Kemp. The raises up. Double dunk.
Yeah, that was actually pretty smart, wasn't it?
Kemp. He goes to the hoop. A spectacular dunk. Push to the floor. He lays it out. Kemp. He flies through the air.
Oh, come on.
No good.
You gotta be kidding me.
Overtime.
All right, so we give you guys a little bit extra today. You gotta be kidding me, man. Now, this game's pretty relentless with the defense, isn't it?
A spectacular dunk.
Anyway, I think what we'll do, I think what the plan is here for these types of videos is we'll do a couple of videos with these codes, and then we'll also probably do a couple with, like, you know, celebrity guests or whatever.
Kemp. Flies through the air.
Dude, how am I missing all these dunks? With Sean Kemp? You gotta be freaking kidding me, man. Sean Kemp is missing dunks against the 76ers?
Serious Hangtime.
Did that ever happen in real life? Was there ever a time that Sean Kemp, like, you know, went up for a dunk and, like, totally missed it against, like, Stackhouse?
Goaltending. Kemp. He flies through the air. Coleman. Kemp. Hammered it. Pass. Finger roll.
There you go. Beautiful finger roll. That's one of those shots that looks so nice in this game. That's one of those things, actually, that makes Hangtime a lot of fun. Oh, come on, man.
Ding dong. Kemp.
Or I said Showtime, I mean Hangtime. It's in Showtime, too.
Oh, he jams it in. Kemp. Again with a shot. Off the rim to Stackhouse. Way up in the air. 1 minute to go. Through the air.
Well, I've missed a lot of dunks today, haven't I? There we go. I guess we have to start doing the alley-oop instead of being selfish.
Serious Hangtime. No way.
Did we just block 2 dunks in a row?
Kemp. Oh, Ramalama Ding Dong. Supersonic by 2. Coleman. Did you see that?
Actually, wasn't that impressive. Let's do something more impressive than that.
Through the air. Stackhouse. He flies through the air. No
Oh, yeah.
good.
We get the victory. There you go. So, yeah, there you go. I suppose that was with the full speed code on. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. You have to compare that to whatever we had before. In 1991, that should be... Oh, I'm wrong. I'm sorry. I lose. Anyway, we won the game. That's the important part. Good little overtime victory for you. But yeah, I suppose that I had the full speed code on. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I don't know. We'll do a different code next time. We'll do something that I think actually works. So anyway, there you have it. Thanks for joining me on this journey, and we'll have more of this coming up later. And after we do a couple of this with Hangtime, I'll probably go back, show you some of the fun codes for NBA Jam Tournament Edition. We can play as Bill Clinton and, you know, the Beastie Boys and stuff like that. So anyway, look for that coming up later. Bye.